What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Nick with Leverage Media, and welcome to another special episode of the Path to a Million podcast. I'm here with two friends that I've known for a few years now, Dr. Veronica Hope and her husband, Scott Hope. How are you guys doing today?
Great, thank you.
How you doing?
Good, good. So I wanted to bring you guys on because we've been talking a little bit about how to take you're in 8 weeks to wellness office, similar to me. And I think the government shut down the gyms and the massage. You said this last week. You guys are in the UK. And so you guys are planning on taking a lot of the training and the nutritional element online. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. But just give people a little bit of background on who you are, where you practice, and we'll get into it.
Well, thanks for having us on, Nick. Scott and I have been in practice in Canterbury in the United Kingdom for the past 20 years together. And we really transitioned or evolved our office into a functional practice approximately 4 or 5 years ago. And started with the 8 weeks to wellness program. And now Scott entirely runs the gym and the training programs. I run the chiropractic, and we have a number of fabulous massage therapists and different things. And like everybody, I guess the whole coronavirus has taken us by storm, and where we've always been thinking, you know, we're going to go virtual, we're going to go online, we're going to get that done. We've never really done it because we've been so busy working in our practice. And now we've gone, guess what? We're going virtual as of tomorrow. So thanks for helping us out. And Scott, what did you want to say?
It's just the right time, unfortunately. You know, we've been pushed into it. I feel we've got the right information. You know, we've got the right energy. We just got to get out there and do it.
Yeah, I think like I've just seen the little bit. The reason I reached out to you guys because I saw just a little bit of what you guys were doing. I'm like, man, this is the right way to go. And you guys are so great. Like Scott, you're such a great trainer. Veronica, you're such a great doctor. Just got so much energy that I know that it's gonna like work out really well. And we were just talking before we went live that you know, not only is it an opportunity to serve the people that you've been serving and be able to get the information to them in a way that's a little bit different than what you have been, but it also gives you an opportunity to maybe build the virtual side of the practice, as well as get some of their local friends into like a group and be able to start talking to them now, so that when you come out on the other end of this, there's gonna be a lot of people that are wanting to get healthier. And what better way than to be in a functional fitness facility with chiropractic and massage and meditation and all that. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about like what your guys' plan is, what you're thinking about doing for your staff or for your patients. So in terms of the training, Scott, what is it you guys are planning on doing in terms of delivering that?
So predominantly looking to do 3 live workouts a day. So we start off the day, you wake up early. We probably start around about 8 o'clock on the first session, which would be almost like a HIIT. So high intensity training session combined with maybe some strength, 2 or 3 modalities. So we'd go from station to station, so from floor to strength-based work, to standing, to running, to whatever it may be. Something you can do in your house, in your living room. We're going to do some family-based training program workouts. Lunchtime, we'll probably bring the pace down a little bit to do sort of core, body conditioning, and then in the evening, then potentially more into a yoga, 𝘃𝗶𝗿𝗁, relaxation, meditation type workout. So our thought was just we'll just get out there, run 3 different workouts each day, give the patients a schedule, literally at the start of the week, let them know what's coming. Also on the schedule, potentially things like, you know, making smoothies or juices, you know, around breakfast time, showing them what we have for breakfast, and really engaging them almost into your house, and, you know, showing them everything.
Hope reality TV.
Exactly. That's the thing. I've seen more chiropractic content this last week than I think I have in my entire career. And it's funny because it's like people are just showing what it is that they're doing. And I'm like, that's what we should have been doing all along. And now it's just people are so hungry for that information that I think it's going to be such a great way to get that message out in an authentic way. Not like you're now having to figure out how to be healthy to make content. It's like you guys have been healthy the whole time. Now it's just a matter of like getting that content out because you don't have the option to do it one-on-one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest reason where this has really come from is last week when we could see the curtains closing and we can see that we're going to be going towards lockdown, is the patients are like, what are we going to do? Like, how are we going to keep this going? Please help us. Anything. And that's really where, although we've been thinking of going virtual for a while, it's just it's the need. You know, people want to stay connected. People, even remotely, they have to be connected with what we're doing, because it's going to be a really difficult, who knows how long, weeks to months. And for our sanity, we want to be doing something where we feel like we're serving, like we feel like we're still able to contribute and help people. And I just feel it's just born out of a need more than anything.
For me, it's the patients that have sent the texts and the emails asking for something.
Desperate.
Which unfortunately has kicked us up the arse to say, right, now we need to do it. For the demand is there, you know, they definitely wanting something. A good friend of mine said, listen, you've got to keep them engaged. If you keep engaged, they won't look elsewhere for that engagement. So the idea is keep them engaged now. So when we do come out the other end, they're going to be more congruent, more passionate to stay with you, you know?
Yeah.
I think that when we get on the other side of this, because the biggest issue right now is the people that turn severe, that turn critical, and unfortunately some people are going to die, are mainly the ones with the underlying conditions. And so if you're sitting there with an underlying condition, there's not a whole lot that you can do about it right now. But when we get on the other side of this, there's going to be a lot of people searching out, how can I get rid of the underlying conditions? Who can help me with that? And taking more medication, as we know, is not going to be the solution to that. So I think it's going to be a golden opportunity once we get on the other side of it. The point is to get to the other side of it and be adding as much value in the meantime. So I love the idea, you know, obviously the strength and the cardio is great, but I love the core stability piece of it, because you've got to have if you can't put your hands on people, we got to do as much as we can to try to help them to feel better as possible. And I think that core stability piece is going to be really important. Talk to me a little bit about that, Scott. Like, what's your thought on the core stability classes?
So shorten the classes. So each class, you got to almost have a bit of an attractive edge to it. So, you know, that the hard trainers or the hard people that want to work out will start to do, obviously, with the HIIT. You come into the core, it might attract the mums or the, you know, family members that don't come into practice. So just some stability work. You might get into your posture preps, or even in the evening, more of your posture prep relaxation. But really sorting a program where we can hit the core for 30 minutes, you know, impact, whether it's a Tabata, whether it's a sort of session-based training, whether it's a, you know, 10 exercises, 3 rounds, whatever it may be. Each day will have a different theme to it, but you're just trying to hit all muscles in the body, keeping it interesting and you know, real.
And that's honestly one of Scott's specialities, is how to be so creative with working out. It never feels like you're doing the same workout. That is really what he's amazing at. So obviously it's going to be a lot of programming, more programming than we've done in such a short period of time, but you're going to have a really good go at it.
Our USP, Nick, is every session we've done in the last 4 years has been completely different. It's a different theme. So you obviously there's only so many exercises to go around, but you combine it in different ways, you know, different sets. So it just makes it a little bit more interesting. We have, when people come in and do 8 weeks to wellness, we have 8 theme weeks to wellness. So when they come upstairs into the gym, they might have a strength week, they might have endurance week or HIIT week, speed week. So all these different themes create different moods. They come up, different energies on the MyZone. You're looking at different, obviously, scaling for heart rate. So it's these sort of things which I think keep people interested. They don't know what they're going to come into. It's not like you're going to a running club tonight, or you're doing the same workout. It's completely different.
And I think that the nice part about this is, people right now I think are really looking for connection and looking for community, and so this will be an opportunity for practice members, as well as like friends or family of those practice members, to be able to interact in like a positive way. You guys use MyZone, correct?
Yes.
So that'll be a good way to be able to keep track of like who's doing what, and like it'll give them things that they can be working towards. I think that that control is something that people are really looking for, as well as just something that they can be in control of, because everything seems very out of our control right now.
Yeah, and that's the same for us. This gives us some level of control
Yeah.
as we to structure this, make this, and contribute, and keep active and keep people engaged with us and connected with us. You know, and even on a larger scale with the 8WW doctor offices, hopefully they can utilize the information as well. It's about, you know, creating the content to help everybody we can at the moment.
Right.
I think you really touched base on MyZone. MyZone is probably the biggest tool we have in our gym. It's an amazing product. We can put a MyZone match out there. We can put on Facebook. We can build one. They can link it to their phone, so we can all potentially doing the same workout under the same heart rate.
Yeah.
At the end of it, you post photos and, you know, name workouts, so you can all see you doing the same thing, just in a different
remote location.
Yeah, different room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the third type of workout is going to be stretching, meditation, which I think will be very useful at the end of a stressful day of like checking Twitter every 9 seconds. I saw a funny thing of it was like a tweet that somebody sent out. They were just like, just got 14 hours of sleep. I'm locked and loaded to stare at my phone and look out the window. So I think that at the end of the day, you know, that meditation is going to be a great way for people to look forward to kind of unwind and start to be a little bit more positive. So tell me, you're going to be leading that, Veronica. Tell me a little bit more about what your thoughts are there.
So myself and Nora will be mainly leading that part of it, and we'll be looking at, you know, our traditional posture preps, you know, basic stretching. We've been doing a lot of hot yoga lately, so we'll be doing some like yoga stuff in there, and also just, you know, that idea of connecting with ourselves and our breath, and the mindfulness part of it, to bring that into the final part, so we can finish with relaxation and just reconnecting. So that's really, and that'll be around a half an hour in the evenings as well. So the first workout of the morning's looking more towards 45 minutes, and the latter to lunchtime and the evening looking more towards half an hour. That's what we're working towards.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
And so we were talking a little bit before this of just like the technical aspects of it. And I think if you wanted to do it in the most simple way, that you could create a Facebook group for your patients or the people that you wanted to give access to this, and then be able to just stream it Facebook Live right in there. If you wanted to use Zoom, which I kind of recommend, that way it's easier to record. You've got links that you can send out. And with Zoom, like right now, we're streaming this live onto my Facebook page. And so you're still able to do that, streamed into a group, streamed into your personal timeline, streamed onto a Facebook page, whatever you want to do. I like the idea of putting it in a group, that way that there's a little bit of a hidden aspect to it, to where people have to like opt into it. And that way you've got, you can get people's names, phone numbers, email addresses to be able to communicate with them in other ways as well, either during this or when you get on the other side of it. So I think that's going to be a smart way for you guys to go.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on, you guys had talked about cooking classes and, you know, just like making smoothies, and like, what are some other things that you're thinking about?
Yeah, as you say, those two family workouts. So we've got some really fit kids. So
Teenage children are so excited about this.
So we're a family practice. So let's, you know, we'll do family workouts. Almost things like kit building. So you know, start at the week being how to figure out how to build a TRX unit.
Yeah.
You know, a suspension trainer, whether it's off 2 bed sheets, whether it's 2 pieces of rope or 2 bungee cords, whatever it may be, and then do a little workout at the end of the week with their new piece of kit. So it gives them something to do in the week.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's going to be an evolution, and we're going to be thinking of things as we go along, Nick. You can see it's an evolution. We can do like some idea on self-massage rollers with tennis balls, just all the different things you can use in your home to start with some of the things we would have traditionally done in practice. Definitely we're going to do some smoothies and, you know, some funky breakfasts and stuff like that. And hopefully we're just going to try and make it a little bit of fun for our own sanity.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think of any great ideas, let us know.
I will. I think the foam rolling idea is a really good one too, because man, I think people are going to be in some stressed out positions. I think that they don't have like the lumbar support that they've got at work, and so they're like cramped into some like kitchen chair where they're trying to work. They need some social distancing from like their spouse after a couple of days. So I think that there's going to be anything you can do that's going to be like, I imagine that there's some of that going on right now. Scott's always like up in Veronica's business. She's always like, just leave me alone. Jeez.
day one. Oh my God. Yeah. So
like Scott, for those that don't know Scott, he is like a ball of energy. So like he's probably bouncing off the walls right now. Hopefully you can still get out on your motorcycle.
My best friend said today, what are you going to do with Scott? If he can't go to work, what are you going to do with him? I said, I don't know.
I'm going to have to create a Facebook group where he can work out 7 times a day to like get some energy off.
We've got a lot of jobs lined up. The whole house is going to be DIY'd.
Yeah, right. But I love the idea of like people making TRX straps out of bed sheets. Like Scott's going to have people like dangling off of like a second floor. You know, it's going to be dangerous. I can't wait to watch it. Anything else that you guys can give? You know, I just think that you guys are always so positive. Any words of wisdom for chiropractors out there that might be a little bit stressed right now?
We might seem positive. We've been through it this week like everybody. You know, there's been moments I've just been in tears in practice, and, you know, we've been shocked, but we've just, at the end of the day, you've got to come together and go, what can we offer? What can we bring? How can we try and find a silver lining in this somewhere? And let's just do that. You know, Nick, we've got no idea about tech. We do Facebook and that's about it. But we just went, let's learn it. You know, we just got to get this done now. And I think it's bigger than us. And I think people really need what we've got to say, and just to try and stay positive and connected to something over this next period of time. So wish us luck.
All right, listen, I'm there for you. I'm not just going to wish you luck. Like I'm there to support you guys. So anything I can do to help you, let me know. And, but I think that, you know, being of service is going to be the best thing for a lot of us. And it doesn't have to be exactly what we've always known. We can be making it up as we go along. You know, like you said, you don't understand any of the tech, but you're going to be forced to figure it out, just like a lot of people are figuring it out right now. So
yeah. So in a few weeks, we'll be experts right now.
That's right.
It's going to be an interesting couple of days. But we're looking forward to it, you know, because I think it's going to make a difference. I know for me, I need to do it personally. Scott definitely needs to. And if we can help others, then it's just going to be absolutely perfect.
Absolutely. So if anybody wants any information, what would be the best way to get a hold of you?
So our Facebook page is Hope Spine and Wellness Chiropractors Canterbury.
Yep.
I'm Veronica Hope. I've got a personal page, Scott Hope, and we're also part of the 8 Weeks to Wellness Network. What other way should I suggest, Nick, for people?
I think that's probably good. If they can't figure it out from there, then they're hopeless. They're even worse at tech than you are then.
And from there, the page will be, if they're interested in, just message me. If they want to come into the group, just personal message me. And I'll pop you on, obviously, tomorrow where we've got it established and we'll be setting, it's called Build a Better Body, is what the page is, the group is currently called. So
awesome.
The work in motion as well.
Great. Well, guys, I appreciate everything you do, and I'm excited to watch you guys build this thing out. So everybody, I think, should be. I wanted to have you guys on here because I think you're a great example for how you're trying to serve your tribe and your community, and hopefully this will inspire more people to do that. So if you have any questions for us, hit me up, and we'll see you on the next one.